Всем доброго времени суток, меня зовут Виктор, и это Sedeus Games, и мы продолжаем проходить столпы земли. Поехали. Так, что у нас здесь? Прогуляйтесь. Письма. Это второе письмо за месяц. Я записывал свои проповеди.
I know them by heart, but Jonathan insisted we keep them.
Книги.
I don't like to indulge in my own right.
Здесь что-нибудь есть такое? Так, здесь больше ничего нет. Ладно. Что у нас здесь? Здесь есть окно.
Jack is still working. He always.
Always. Джек все еще работает. Так, нужно пойти вокруг собора, могилы.
A magnificent cathedral. But I would have been more than content with the old one, had it not been burned to the ground. If James died in that fire, then what happened to his remains? He was never properly buried, and that is Jack's fault.
Ну да, Джек виновен. Он такой, он плохой. Здесь что-нибудь есть? Ну-ка. Калиточка закрыта.
Jack started the fire. He should have told me.
Все, винит его. Ну да, понятно. А ведь могло бы ничего такого и не быть, если бы он не сжег собор.
Hello? I thought I saw someone.
Угу, я тоже видел, кто-то побежал. Джек превзошел сам себя. Что там бегает?
That came from the kitchen.
Кто там бегает? Покинуть монастырь.
Oh, it's you.
You startled me.
I thought I heard something.
Я тоже.
Was that you?
No, but I heard it too. Maybe Aliena came back.
No. No, she's asleep. She returned a few hours ago. Damn it.
Jack.
Sorry. There's someone in the kitchen.
Yes, I think you're right.
Stay behind me. I'll go ahead.
Детишки, вы что здесь делаете?
There's someone in here.
Ага, шепотом тоже слышно все.
Outlaws.
Это разбойники? Что-то они как-то не очень похожи на разбойников.
They are probably just after food. I will talk to them.
Не стоит.
All right.
Я бы не стал. Хотя бы свет надо включить.
No. Please. Listen. Oh. We don't mean you harm.
Philip, be careful!
Damn it.
Philip, throw me a stone.
Хя!
Jack, no.
У меня вообще-то ножик был, так что
It's
давай.
him.
Кто?
Brother Marcus.
Кто?
Brother Marcus.
He took Cuthbert's keys to steal food here from the kitchen. Because of me, Remigius found out. And he left. We never saw him again.
Looks like he came back.
Нехило так камушком башку размозжил ему.
You didn't mean for this to happen.
No, but...
What about him?
Ты кто?
Don't be afraid. Ah! Jack! Why did you do that, you animal? I will get the others. No! What?
He's just a child.
Just a child. Jack forgave the child. Just like that. And I forgave him.
Прикольно.
For that was what he had been when he arrived in Kingsbridge. Just a child. Who was I to judge this man for not confessing earlier what he had done? I had never told his wife, Aliena, that I was responsible for her fate, and for her father's. Even that night, when we all met, I did not dare to tell her.
The walls of Kingsbridge weren't enough anymore. The outlaws had found a way in. We weren't safe in our homes.
Особенно с учетом, что у вас окна все дырявые.
So this is what it has come to. Kingsbridge is under attack.
Why didn't Uncle Richard chase them away? Why?
Now, do not exaggerate. This is not a siege.
We only saw 2 of them, and one of them was a child.
But they almost killed you.
These poor souls were starving. Many are forced to turn to thievery because of the drought.
A true Earl's duty should be to protect his people.
Yes, that would be nice. Let's ask William Hamley for help, shall we?
It is all too easy to blame a desperate child. Forgiveness is much harder.
It is.
But forgive we must.
Can you? Forgive, I mean.
I already have.
Hamley is the reason for this. He's to blame. It's that simple.
Well, he won't be Earl for long. The Treaty of Wallingford has been signed at last. It's only a matter of time until things change.
What treaty? Winchester is in turmoil about this right now. Stephen and Maud have signed the treaty. Maud's son, Duke Henry, is to be crowned the next king.
And, by agreement, all lands are to be returned to their previous owners.
But Stephen will continue to rule as long as he lives.
The earldom will be ours again.
It will not.
Why the bloody hell not?
Bloody hell. Language?
No one will enforce this until Stephen is dead.
What is to be done then?
Томми, поделиться. Так они еще придут.
If they're hungry, can't we just give them something to eat? I'll share.
We should, and we will. But there are too many to feed them all.
Это да.
We must do something.
Well, I cannot sit quietly and wait until Stephen dies of old age. The Treaty of Wallingford is in place. I won't wait for another 17 years. Not when I'm so close to fulfilling the promise I made to my father.
You're right, but it wasn't William Hamley who came here last night. It's the outlaws we need to worry about.
Well, what do we do about it?
Так.
Ha! You know, we could solve all our problems with one blow. We could either fight those outlaws, or we could make them fight for us.
Fight for you?
Right! We could make them attack William Hamley. And while they're busy killing each other, we can plan a surprise attack.
I won't have any of that.
What about his mother? I've heard that Hamley still listens to her, that she still has a say in Earl's Castle.
Yes, Let's tell his mother.
If we spoke to Regan Hamley, we might not need a physical confrontation at all.
That'll never work. We have to assault them and take back our father's castle. Even if that means fighting alongside the outlaws.
I don't like either choice, to be honest.
Neither do I. So, what do you think, Elena?
Так, с кем ли договариваться? Там бабка, она почти ничего не делает.
I will talk to the outlaws. Maybe we can find someone who can speak on their behalf. And if there's no one, then we will.
I'll ride with you.
You won't, Cub. Not with that leg of yours.
Your mother is right. Besides, if we all turn up, they might think we mean them harm.
То-то-то-то-то. Где же разбойники? На юг. То-то-то-то-то.
Our hopes of meeting allies on the road to Shiring were fading with every mile. The only people we saw... I'd heard that Wigley had just been raided by outlaws, leaving them almost entirely without cattle. Maybe someone there knew where the raiders had come from. But Cowford, on the other hand, had a recent falling out with William...
Коуфорд, Вигли Коуфорд. Давайте-ка в Коуфорде сходим.
We entered the village. There was a weary young man trying to repair a roof. He pointed toward a roof that was until a few days ago. Hamley had come to collect his share and, due to the famine, was met with empty coffers.
Ага, в лес. Так, поехать в Хантли. Шеринг. Нахера мне в Шеринг ехать? Всадников в Вигли. Ну-ка, в Хантли поедем. Лесная обитель.
The fields of Huntley spurred fond memories. Here, I'd negotiated my first deal to transport and sell. Soon, we reached Uncle Simon's abandoned hut. Our horses needed rest, so we wanted to leave them there while we looked around on foot. Then, I remembered how Richard had been kicked by the man William had paid to catch us, and the horrible sounds he'd made lying there. I asked him where he got bread in times like these. Was it stolen? No, I got it from the butcher. The people at Sally's quarry told me to ask the butcher. Before we could ask more, the frightened man jumped up and fled into the forest. The butcher. Was he the one we were looking for?
Каменоломня. Блин, вот бегать туда-сюда надо. Побегаем, даже не сложно.
The abandoned quarry was teeming with activity. Many poor souls were gathering around a fireplace, boiling a stew from meat and turnips. The outlaws were using a moss-covered cave and little huts as shelter. Through the cave entrance, we could see stacked crates of goods, most likely stolen. The outlaws, all eyes darted towards us. Their reactions were as varied as their faces. Some looked afraid, curious, and confused. Others were full of hatred. Where can I find the butcher? I asked. Their faces expressed anger and fear. I explained that we were looking for food. They told us that the butcher was still in Monksfield, but that meat would come every couple of days.
Монсфрид. Монксфилд. Мясник, это ты, что ли, который чувак в этом был? А. Потрепанный бандит. Дым. Посуда. Крестьяне, они отдыхают. Потрепанный бандюк.
Someone told us they got meat in Monksfield.
Oh dear, I hope you didn't come empty-handed. Only if you bring me an animal, then I can prepare it for you. A horse, maybe?
So this is horse meat? Where would you find a horse in times like these?
Do people call you the butcher then?
There is much truth in your words, but...
Why'd you ask? What do you want?
Do you have a lot of outlaws passing by?
You don't see it in their faces, dear. But we all have been failed by the law and our leaders.
I asked because we feel the same way, and we're looking for a way to make things right again.
Is that so?
We're looking to build an army, to invade Earl's castle and kill Earl.
Oh my. If it was that easy, someone would have done that a long time ago. The poor souls I meet, they're just simple people. They're not an army.
We would lead them.
I'm a knight. I know how to turn ordinary men into fighters.
In their condition, most of them can barely kill a chicken, let alone a man. These people are mothers, fathers, hard workers, yes, but they are not soldiers.
We'd reward them if they helped us.
You must know we are the rightful heirs to Earl Bartholomew of Shiring, and would show ourselves very generous.
So, you're just another pair of nobles who want to use us as pawns in their battle, to die for you.
It is the best chance we have. This is a battle for the sake of the people of Shiring, for all of us.
It's rubbish. That's what it is.
We are offering you a chance to rid the land of Hamley, to fight for your freedom.
The last time I saw you, you showed kindness toward that young woman who was with you. I am willing to listen to a good soul, but I won't help you blindly.
That woman that was here, that you helped, that was Hamley's wife. His wife, my God. How stupid you think we are?
Right, it's a trap.
Well, how can these people put their life at risk if they do not trust you? You are not like us.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it's like to live in poverty.
And just like you, we had William Hamley to thank for it.
But I also know that if one fights the right battles, that things can change for the better.
But they're starving, my child. They are weakened by poverty, hunger, and illness. Who are you to think you can face William Hamley?
Yeah.
You! Who do you think you are?
На понт берете, пацаны?
We are the children of Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Our father once ruled with a firm but benevolent hand. You must remember how good you had it.
Well, better than now, but that's easy.
He did have guts, though, trying to take on Stephen.
So, you are his daughter and son, you say?
Yes, all we know we learned from him.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Even if we work together, Hamley is too powerful.
You ask us to sacrifice our lives for your noble cause, these people will die.
Как мы можем гарантировать их безопасность? Чтобы решили ту же жертву. Поддержки Филиппа. Так он же вроде как не поддерживает.
We too will make the same sacrifices. I only ask of you what I myself am willing to give. If anything happens to you, it will also happen to me.
You have noble principles, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it before. We all have lost everything except for our lives. We don't fight other people's battles.
But maybe this is our battle too.
My people will decide for themselves. But I will tell them that I believe that it is indeed a battle worth fighting.
I thank you.
I pray that it will be worth it.
We will all pray, and then we fight.
We fight, yeah! Дайте уже тачку. Первая группа разбойников ворвалась в Кинсбридж. Бывший прислушник брат Марк был одним из разбойников. У вас есть шанс вернуть Эрлс Касл и исполнить клятву. Вы нашли лидера разбойников. Вы не гарантировали безопасность разбойника в случае атаки. Разбойники согласились сражаться за вас. Конечно, не гарантировал. Как можно гарантировать... Как вообще можно гарантировать во время атаки безопасность?
After 17 years, I finally returned to the place I'd once called home.
Глава 19.
There was a small army of famished outlaws hiding in the surrounding woods, waiting for my signal to attack. Led by my vengeful brother, Richard. But I had to be sure that Elizabeth was safe. The poor girl who in my stead had been doomed to become William Hamley's wife.
И зачем это нам убеждаться, что она в безопасности? Не, ну, конечно, она жертва, тоже понятно. Эрлс Касл изучить. У графа Ширинга был замок, служивший ему резиденцией, в нескольких милях от рыночного поселения, носящего тоже название. Маленькая деревушка, разросшаяся вокруг стен замка, получила название Эрлс Касл. В замке располагались жилые помещения для графа и его семьи, а также административный центр графства. Там проживал шериф графства и его люди, а напавших на замок ждали подземелья. Когда замок был жестоко и несправедливо захвачен Уильямом Хэмли, унаследовавшим впоследствии от Бартоломью титул графа Ширинга, прочие функции замка ограничились только указанными, а все жители выселили. Некогда оживленный Эрлс Касл сейчас стоит пустым, и в его страхе объезжают стороной, поскольку он является центром деятельности Уильяма.
Get in line and stay in line. You'll all get your chance to pay your dues to Lord Hamley, you hear? So no pushing.
Джервис уродец.
Why does Lord Hamley need all that food? He's got more than enough.
Shut it, woman. Smear your face with dung and lower your head. It's the only way you get out of here alive. It's no coincidence that Hamley always asks for women to bring the tributes.
Oh, shut up.
Она выглядит очень испуганной. Этого человека, Юстас.
Patience, patience. Everyone will get a chance to pay their dues to Lord Hamley.
Are you all right?
What do you think? Of course I'm more all right than anyone else in this. Just because Lord Hamley insists on women to deliver the tributes, don't mean you have to say...
Calm yourself. I'll make sure that nothing will happen to you.
They took a woman in my town. She never came.
Nothing will happen to you if you just...
I'm just a shepherd's daughter. I have no business here.
Shut up.
Bloody beggars.
Is Lady Elizabeth?
She is, and we don't want her to get lost in another storm.
What do you think you ought to get back in line before the sheriff?
Чё? Чё-то нажал? Что случилось? Алло?
I want to go home.
Oi. Yes, I meant you. That's a pretty face you got there. You're coming with me.
What? Leave her. Take me instead.
Well, whatever. You'll walk to the other side of the yard and talk to Walter. He'll get you settled. And don't you dare.
Уолтер этот, который его главный, типа, чувак. Так, сторожевой пункт. Виселица ужасно. Очередь. Не нужно было сюда возвращаться. Это да, рыцари. Они кажутся мне знакомыми. Ну-ка подойдем, спрашиваем.
They say Lord Hamley might lose Shirings. What if the next Earl has us all hanged?
Calm down. None of these royals really care about this.
I know those two.
What about Bartholomew's children? There's a lot of bad blood there.
Well, the boy used to fight for Stephen, but as far as I know, now he's just a good-for-nothing plain watchman.
And the lady...
Don't make me laugh.
May I interrupt?
What is it?
How can you fight for someone like William Hamley? My father was nothing like that tyrant.
Oh, dear Lord, it's you.
Да.
You always sat in your neat little keep playing hostess while the poor snuffed it just as they do now.
Well, at least William treats us as his equals and not like pawns.
Каким жестоким графом.
Was my father really that bad?
Your mother could have answered that.
He once told me that she was very unhappy when she...
And you never wondered why?
My father was a good earl.
Keep on telling yourself that.
Many knights fighting for him were former outlaws who had nowhere to go. Your father may have given us food and shelter, but it was no...
I'm looking for Lady...
She's caring for Lady Regan instead.
But only Lord William and Walter are allowed to...
And they'll kill you if they find you.
So you won't help me?
We've already helped you more than enough, but...
Don't tell anyone that...
We won't. If you promise...
Так, это что ты куда? Пересечь двор. Так я так уже вроде как пересекал двор. Или нет? А где это? Так. Хью топ.
Almost. Let me just see if I took enough.
Ага. Элизабет. Хью топор. Свиньи. Подняться на стену. Так.
What? You need to leave. Don't come any close.
What's taking so...
I forgot the pork. I'll be out shortly. Wait a moment. Then follow me.
Okay.
We don't have much time. Hugh will look for me any moment now. So why did you come?
I'm waiting.
There's an army of outlaws. You need to be out of the way when they come.
But I mustn't leave.
They're very angry at your husband's family, and I want you to be safe.
Will people die?
Люди всегда погибают.
Yes, people will die. That's why you have to come with me.
I can't. Not without Lady Regan. You need to save Lady Regan first.
Нахрена нам эта бабка?
I can try, but I can't promise.
I won't leave until I know she's safe. I'm sorry.
Hurry up in there! Or do you want me to come in and pull you out?
I need to go. Maybe Walter can take you to Lady Regan.
Walter? William's dog?
Don't call him that. He's not as... William won't allow me to talk to him. Now Lady Regan is all I have left. Please, please be careful.
I will.
Блин, Риган Хелли наш единственный шанс. Ну ладно, блин, давай попробуем. Доверяет Уолтеру, может сыграть на его счет. Да что-то я не знаю. А, сохраниться, блин, нельзя здесь? Можно. Что-то нельзя. Можно и сохранимся, блин. Почему бы нет? Так, ну чё, этот топор он мне не нравится. Я пойду наверх схожу. Здорово.
Elizabeth claims you aren't such a bad person after all.
Am I not? Have you forgotten that I killed your family's steward?
You got problems over there, Walter?
I would be a better ruler than my father. I know my father wasn't always a good and just person. He killed, just as William does. But I would fight to be better. I would listen to the needs of this land's people.
What are you saying?
Have a heart.
So, you think I'm a nice bloke? And you think this is enough to convince me that you'd be a better ruler than anyone who came before you? Don't make me laugh. Hugh!
What?
I promise, once my family is back in charge, things will get better for everyone. Or do you really not care for all the starving people?
I don't believe you. But it's not up to me to judge these things. I'll take you to Lady Hamley. She'll decide.
Зомбяк. Ну и что этот зомбяк нам поможет?
Elizabeth, could you get me some water, dear?
Yes, my lady. But first, I need you to wake up, my lady. There is someone who wants to see you. It's the Lady Aliena.
The Lady Aliena? When did that bitch become nobility again?
I'm certain you've heard about the treaty the king made with Duke Henry at Wallingford Castle.
I have. I have also heard that it's a muddled mess.
It is a complicated deal indeed, but one that will end the war. And one that makes my family the rightful owners of this earldom once more.
Only by word. There's no one who would come to enforce this, not even the king.
You need to understand that there is great anger among the peasants of Shiring. Anger against your son, against you, even against that poor woman, Elizabeth. If your son doesn't step down, the people will take their land back by force.
That's a lie. My William is a better earl than your father ever was. To think that I once wanted to marry my good William into a family like yours. Not a day goes by when I am not glad that God saved us from that horrible fate.
Please, my lady, you need to hear her out.
Oh, my dear Elizabeth, don't you see what she is trying to do to us?
If you don't listen, people will die. I just want to make sure that everyone stays safe.
Safe from what? From a pack of impotent monks.
My lady, the Lady Aliena came here to make things better.
She has only ever made things worse. She mocked my son for wanting to marry her.
She had every right to deny him.
What? How can you say that? He is your husband. He's good to you.
If it wasn't for Walter, I'm sure William would have killed me already.
I have an army outside the gates, ready to attack.
What?
It's up to you if this ends in a bloodbath or not.
Oh!
It's all up to you.
In the name of the true Earl of Shiring, make them suffer!
They're coming.
Mother, we're being attacked.
What's going on here? What's that bitch doing here?
She's trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man.
Да ни хера себе она быстрая. Вот и завалили.
No. You brought this on yourself.
You bloody traitor! Someone get up here! Men! You will pay. You will all pay for this.
А я говорил, что с этой бабкой бесполезно говорить. На кусок говна. Как было говном, так и осталось говном. Ну все, порешили семейку. Красота. Узри дьявола! Он идет за тобой! Ха-ха-ха!
Is he dead?
Да.
He is. William Hamley is dead.
What now?
Now we tell his men.
А там их сейчас всех решать, порешать.
Stop! Stop fighting! Drop your weapons immediately!
Behold the banner of the new Earl of Shiring!
Everyone, listen! Lord Hamley is dead! The castle now belongs to the former Earl's family again.
What? You're shitting us!
It was the King's wish.
Who killed him?
He died because he refused to hand over Earl's Castle peacefully.
He died by my hand. My name is Lady Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of Bartholomew, the former Earl of these lands. I've been tasked to end the tyranny of William Hamley and restore order to Shiring.
Our occupation of Shiring has been made unlawful. Every attack on us is sanctioned by the King of the English.
So what will happen to us then?
I shall tell the king that William Hamley forced you to do his bidding. That every atrocity done to the people of Shiring was his doing and his alone.
You will get your chance for redemption by helping the people of Shiring recover from your own cruelty. And by rebuilding their homes and tending to their fields.
Ali, I know that you're a much better leader than I. Without you, we would never have come this far. You never hesitated with swearing and fulfilling the oath to father. In the end, I will be the Earl in name only, but you shall be the true ruler of Shiring.
Maybe you don't need me anymore.
I don't know. I owe you a lot, Ali. The tyranny of William Hamley is over! The earldom of Shiring belongs to its rightful heir.
Ага, так, восстановление в правах. Что там? Восстановление в правах Ричарда из Ширинга. Король Генрих II по совету всех своих баронов и в исполнение Уоллингфокского договора постановил, что Ширинг и всякое поселение в нем да будут возвращены тем, кто владеет им до начала правления короля Стефана. Согласно праву наследования этого владения, титул имеет право получить тот, кто является кровным потомком графа Ширинга Бартоломью. Таким образом, на официальной инаугурации церемонии графом будет объявлен Ричард из Ширинга. Вот так вот.
Send a messenger to Kingsbridge to let Prior Philip know that Shiring is finally free.
What is it? Why are they laughing?
You can send a messenger if you want. But there won't be much of a prior left when he arrives.
Чё это значит?
What's going on?
Откуда я знаю? С двумя бывшими рыцарями младшего сани покинули Раскасл, приказали помочь истории, позвали Ричи стать новым графом Ширинга. Окей, что там еще такое? Там пацаны напали на это, что ли? А,
The Pope
мудак.
believes we should either burn him or make him Bishop of Kingsbridge.
I have already taken... My men arrested him while Kingsbridge was left unguarded.
While his friends took Earl's Castle.
Yes.
Yes.
At least in his death, William Hamley was of use to you.
Церковнички. Мудаки. Глава 20. Конец. Ширинг, день суда.
Look at all these people. Seems like they're enjoying themselves.
They never change. You drooling dogs should be ashamed!
Shut up, you old hag!
Ellen? I'm not feeling well.
I'll stay with you.
Go ahead, we'll come after you. Quick, you can't be too late.
Is your mother ill?
It's not that.
Воспоминания.
This is where they hanged my father.
The trial begins. The judges. Brother of Stephen, King of the English. The Right Reverend Bishop Henry of Winchester. Her Highness, the Countess Lady Aliena of Shiring. Presiding over the trial, the Right Reverend Bishop of Shiring and Kingsbridge, Waileron Bygod.
Please. The church is not without fault. We have gathered here today before the eyes of God to accuse one of our own. He wrote in his book that the church and the papacy are not necessary as intercessors between God and man. That God is in man, that all men are equal, and that each sinner is as close to our Lord as the Pope himself.
Не все перевели. Типа каждый из нас ближе к
We
Богу.
ask God for his judgment. For his is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Not ours, and not yours. You stand accused of heresy. Philip of Gwynedd, how do you plead? Answer!
I am not guilty.
Your teachings speak another language. Guilty, I say.
I am deeply saddened. It may come as a surprise to you, but we had hoped to make you Bishop of Kingsbridge. Why has it come to this, Philip?
In part, I am to blame. I supported Philip in his early years. I demand that Philip be removed from his position of prior immediately.
No.
And that he remain in captivity until such time that Shiring and all of England have healed from the poisonous words he has dispersed.
No!
What? Yes?
You are accusing Philip because he has defied you.
I made him prior, and grateful he was not. But no, I accuse him because his teachings are false. And I intend to prove that Philip's decisions have been more than misguided in the past. Call in Remigius.
The Prior of Shiring, Father Remigius.
My bishop.
Tell the court, Remigius, what...
For many years, I served as sub-prior of Kingsbridge. First for Prior James, then for the accused.
What was your first impression of him?
I was offended by his bluntness and accusations during the chapter discussions.
What else?
Prior Philip did not hesitate to give refuge to the people fleeing Earl's Castle in the winter that our king...
Is that not a good deed? A true Christian act?
You do not know him as well as you think you do, Lady Aliena. Today, that will change.
The future master builder of our cathedral and his woman were among those taking refuge. They were living in sin. They were unmarried, and Philip allowed them to stay.
Why would he do that?
I do not know, my bishop.
Maybe because he himself was involved in similar affairs. We will see.
Then, on the day of our first fleece fair, we were attacked.
I heard. It was terrible.
I tried to soothe the woman's pain by reading the scripture to her. The builder's woman I have spoken of tried to put a spell on her with poisonous herbs.
And Philip intervened?
Yes. He pushed me aside and gave the woman poison.
Что же она выжила тогда?
It is worse than I thought.
It was no poison.
And then there was the day the Virgin Mary's statue arrived in Kingsbridge. I did not believe it was a miracle.
Clearly, it is a miracle. I hear of many who were healed in Kingsbridge.
Yes! Amen! Oh, Mary, bless us all!
Well, I soon realized it was a true miracle, but Philip did not.
Осознал.
He was only after the money people donated at the Virgin's shrine. That is why I left.
I believe there is one more thing you have not told us about. Something very
Yes. Philip has fathered a child.
Чего? Ты ебанулся, что ли?
A son. And he raised him in the priory.
He is guilty!
Jonathan of Kingsbridge, step forward.
This is preposterous.
Is it?
Is this true? Are you Philip's son? Answer the question, Jonathan of Kingsbridge.
Philip has always been like a father to me. But he's not my father.
How do you know that?
He told me.
And how do you know he spoke the truth?
Speak. Answer the bishop.
Philip would never lie. He told me that I was found in the woods.
In the woods? Is this true, Philip? Or are you lying? Well, you told the story so many times.
My brother found him.
Your brother? The brother whose master you betrayed?
What are you talking about?
Philip tried to involve me in a conspiracy against his brother's master, Earl Robert of Gloucester. And his ally, Earl Bartholomew, your Philip took in all those refugees years ago because he was to blame for their fate, as he was for yours when you lost your father and your earldom. That, Lady Aliena, is the man you are trying to protect. Well?
I know that he is a troubled man. We've all had to make hard decisions. Decisions that seemed right at the time, when indeed they were terrible mistakes. I am thankful that I was forgiven when I made a mistake. Now I forgive him. Let us now return to the problem at hand. There is a man who witnessed how Jonathan was found in the forest. A man who can shed light on who Jonathan's father really is.
And who is that?
My husband.
Step forward. What is your name?
He is the master builder of Kingsbridge.
Have you lost your courage?
No, I have not. You know well why it would be hard for me to face you. They call me Jack, after my father. My name is Jack Jackson.
Yes, we have met before.
How old were you when you allegedly saw Jonathan as a child in the woods?
12. But I know what I saw. Philip told the truth.
You were a child. And what were you doing there, in the woods?
I was living in the forest, with my mother.
They were outlaws.
Prior Remigius is the most trustworthy witness we've seen today, and his statement was quite damning to Philip. The distant memories of an outlawed child cannot convince me otherwise.
He fathered a child!
Let
him go!
He would never do that! And yet, Lady Aliena is right. We do not know enough to judge him as harshly as you proposed, Bishop Waleran.
You are right, Bishop Henry. As I said, it is not up to us to judge this man. Philip of Gwynedd has pleaded innocent, but how innocent is he? We ask God for his judgment. As Bishop of Kingsbridge and Shiring, I demand an ordeal by fire.
This is madness!
Philip of Gwynedd will be tried and judged at the stake. If he is innocent, God will save him from the flames. If he is not, then he will burn as the heretic and sinner God has declared him to be.
No! Waleran, by God! Not this time.
It's her.
I saw the child and Francis. I was there. Philip is not the child's father. He is a fool, but he is a good man.
Then who is the father?
Tom Builder.
They are all in this together. This woman is a witch and an outlaw, living in sin with a thief. He was hanged in Shiring 30 years ago.
О, сейчас чарточку предъявит.
He was not a thief. He was a good man. You've murdered him, Waleran, by God.
What is this nonsense?
He was a thief. He stole a golden chalice and melted it down and sold it.
Да.
What chalice?
The chalice of the Eucharist.
Вот эту чашу.
He stole it from the Cathedral of Kingsbridge.
Sacrilege.
Yes, Friar James of Kingsbridge caught him red-handed.
Не эту ли чашу?
Is that the chalice? You said it was melted down and sold.
Fall not for their lies. That could be any chalice. This does not prove a thing.
Where did you find this chalice?
In a secret chamber. We believe Prior James hid it because he felt guilty for falsely accusing Jack's father.
What proof do you have?
He told me. The night the cathedral burned down, I was there, I saw him.
Prior James died weeks before that.
No, he did not.
Bishop Henry, he speaks the truth.
Order! I will give you until sunset to produce a witness who can prove your accusations against Bishop Waleran.
А кто там был третьим, я уже... А, этот был.
Not just this chalice.
Реган Хэмли.
If you fail to do this, I will make sure you are tried for defamation. Philip of Gwynedd, you will stay under arrest. The trial recommences at sunset.
Так, ну что, нам надо доказательства, по идее, искать сейчас будет.
We need a witness.
What are you doing there?
I've seen you draw up plans for a cathedral. Maybe we can do something similar to find our witness. Let's see. Your father.
He looks just like you.
My grandmother said he did.
And Bishop Waleran. What are the connections? Maybe, by exploring them, we can find a witness.
Good idea.
Так, ладно, все это замечательно. Надо на этом серию закончить. Продолжим в следующей серии. Не забывайте подписываться на канал, комментируйте видео, говорите, что понравилось, что нет. Также подписывайтесь на контакт, Twitter, Facebook, все ссылочки в описании под видео. А на этом серию закончим. Всем пока!